Hey folks, it's Joe, and I've got yet another cool car. This is a 1992 968. This was the last of the front engine 4-cylinder water-cooled cars from Porsche. Of course, evolving from the 924 to the 940, in the late 70s, 944 through the 80s, and the 968, I think, came around in 1992. This is a 1992 model year. I believe it ran through 1995. Powered by a 3-liter 4-cylinder 16-valve engine, of course, front engine. Made 236 horsepower from the factory. At the time, interesting tidbit, that was the highest horsepower per liter car ever made. Of course, naturally aspirated, 236 horsepower out of 3-liter displacement. This car is a 2-owner car bought by the current owner in 2005 with the intention of making it his track toy. Now, he drove it on the street some to and from the track, doing stuff like that at first, but eventually it evolved into being his track toy. He did repaint the entire car when it was new, so the paint shows pretty well, particularly for a car of this mileage and age. Let's just walk around and kind of point out what's going on here. Of course, as a track toy, and a black track toy at that, it does have some of the rock chips in the front, as you'd expect, but really not too bad. Wheels, we have 2 sets of the turbo twists. They're not hollow spoke turbo twists. These tires still have plenty of tread on them. They're Proxys R888s, 2017 date codes. Like all these cars, the plastic trim tends to separate. That can be retaped, but they tend to warp like that. You see that on both sides. There's an oops. This looks like a garage or parking lot oops. We can talk about having that repaired before or leaving before sale, or leave it to the new owner to do that. The car has double adjustable sport Konis. It has MO30 sway bars. It has camber plates. It has the front strut brace. I'll show you that. The air conditioning has been removed. The interior door panels have been replaced with these really clean metal ones. We do still have operable windows. We do still have an operable sunroof. The limited slip, I'm sorry, we have a wavetrac limited slip and an entire transmission that was rebuilt just a couple thousand miles ago. I think it was done in 2017 or 2018. This car has not been driven a whole lot. Last time it was at the track was about a year and a half ago, but probably only 4 or 5 PCA DE events since that work was done. We have a pretty fresh leak down test that shows very, very good leak down. Maintenance is all up to date. Here's our strut brace. Here's our camber plates. Like I said, double adjustable Konis, cutoff switch, new battery. The roll bar is a custom built roll bar done by Hanksville Hot Rods. That's a shop that was very, very good at doing bars and cages here in Colorado, but it's not a bolt-in cage. It's properly done, welded in place in the back. These are Corbeau seats with cutouts for shoulder harnesses. Of course, no carpet. We still do have the dash. We still have the center console. It does have, and this is not a bad idea for a track car, it has an Accusump installed. So what that does is that it pressurizes when the car is running. And then what you do before you start the car, you flip that switch to on. The Accusump will open and pre-pressurize the motor with oil pressure before you even start it. So the argument there is that it will help eliminate startup wear because you have full oil pressure before the car starts. So that's the switch for the Accusump. Actual total mileage, 114,676. That's total mileage on the car. I wanted to point out this trim piece looks like it's had an attempt at being glued, but it's cracked there. The window seal looks ugly here, but it has been resealed. So like I said, it's functionally fine, but you can see where it's been repaired here. Paint meter is not bad. As I go around the car, some of it highs 5s to 8s. Like I said, the entire car has been repainted. I'm not sure exactly what this car is going to go for. I'm sorry, not go for, but I'm not sure where this car should end up. Because it's only a roll bar, unlike the red 944 S2 that has a full cage that I presented a few weeks ago, this car only has a roll bar. So if you were to put a catalytic converter on here, maybe you do a little more tame exhaust, it can certainly still be a street car. Now, it does have 300 or 400 pound springs and those sport Konis, so you may want to put softer springs in it before you committed to driving it regularly on the street. But it's not too far gone to be kind of a somebody who's a real enthusiast to drive as a street car. Alternatively, man, these make great track cars. Really, really good. So it does have a custom exhaust, also done by Hanksville Hot Rods. Let me start it up so you can hear that. Now, of course, I started it already. The oil was already warm. So let me close that. Listen to this exhaust. It's pretty aggressive 4-cylinder. Anyway, drove the car. Clutch feels great. Shift lever feels great. You can see the carbon fiber trim here. Seats and harnesses, both sides. Painted floor on the interior. Super interesting car. Like I said, could go either way. Could go both ways. Could be a track car. Could be a street car. Could be a dual purpose track and street car. In any case, if you have any questions, if you'd like to see some of the records, if you'd like to come and see the car, it's in the southwest suburbs of Denver. If you'd like to do so, please give me a call. And thanks for watching this far if you have, because we're 7 minutes in now. Lots to show on this car. If you have any questions, give me a call. This is Joe, 720-382-6167. And as always, thank you for watching.